Hey, how you doing, guys? Since Apple just released the 16-inch MacBook Pro, we're going to kind of talk about the reasons why they released that particular screen size. Of course, it's also on the cusp of the 2019 Mac Pro, which I'm really looking forward to, even though I probably could never afford it. Of course, my 2015 Mac Pro has a lot of life left in it, so I'm not quite concerned about it, and it'll probably be updated for several more years. Anyway, I admit I haven't been keeping up with Apple product releases. I've been really busy. So I looked into what they had available as far as sizes, and for right now, they have a 13 and now a 16-inch, which has been released, I believe, today. They used to have a 15-inch and a 17-inch. Now, the 17-inch MacBook Pro was very popular with for work environments, perhaps a replacement for a desktop, yet still be portable. Very popular with content creators such as videographers, maybe even photographers. More than likely because of large screen size and a portable desktop workstation. Now, looking at it, consumer side, the 13-inch is probably the most popular MacBook Pro out there, simply because it's more portable for the smaller size. Obviously, the screen's going to be a lot smaller. So I think it also depends on sales. I mean, since the 13-inch is the most popular, do they sell like maybe 70% of that and then split it between, the 15 and it used to be 17. And so I think the 16 is a go in between size where it's a little larger than the 15, but it's still large enough to maybe appease some of the professionals out there. It's not a 17. 17, I don't know, has its own of course, pros and cons with anything, but it tends to be kind of big and heavy as well. Of course, now they reduced the size a whole lot since then. And so I think they went with a 16 and got rid of the 15 for a couple of reasons. And for one, I think it was to reduce consumer choice. And it's not quite as bad as it sounds, because Steve Jobs did the same thing when he came back to Apple. Of course, he was ousted from the board of directors, and so he formed his own company. I believe it was Next, and that was bought by Apple. So he came back to Apple, and then once he was CEO again, he also did the same thing where he reduced a lot of the models available. I think that's to avoid consumer confusion, because if you have so many devices out there, that it's very confusing to consumers on what to get and things like that. Also, reducing it down will obviously reduce R&D costs, manufacturing costs, and they can also focus on that on fewer models. They can spend more time, making that limited set of products better rather than a bevy of all kinds of products. So I think that was one of the reasons as well. So those are kind of my thoughts on maybe why they went with the 16 and got rid of the 15. And I thought it was odd. It was like, why would they have a 16-inch MacBook Pro? So I checked up on the website. I'm like, okay, they don't have the 15-inch anymore. So they're reducing down. It'd kind of be weird having a 13, 16, a 13, a 15, and 16. So obviously they got rid of the 15. So looking forward to the 2019 Mac Pro coming out and seeing if there's anything new or interesting, and probably maybe some of the pricing as far as the afterburner cards and stuff like that. And then, of course, we're going to see a bevy of reviews come out and things like that. I'm not necessarily going to report on it. I've already have. But if there's any neat new things with the 2019 Mac Pro, that's well worth talking about, we're certainly going to do that. Until then, thanks for watching and see you guys later.